Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media, and I'm your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. For the past month, I've been reading a book titled The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. And this book, it goes in great detail and explains how the American government, the federal government, state governments, and local governments, and even government agencies all created segregation and exacerbated the issue of racism in this country. I really encourage all of you to read this book. It's really been changing my life. I read a lot of books about the history of this country, about the sins of this country, about things that white supremacy have done and created to create the conditions that Black Americans and poor people live in this modern culture. I've read a lot of books that talk about this, but this book, The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein, it hits different because it literally goes into great detail about why the ghetto looks like the ghetto. It goes in great detail why so many Black people are poor. It goes into great detail about how these circumstances came about. It's not because Black people are lazy. It's not because Black people don't want to work. It's because of racist policies created by the federal government, state governments, local governments, and government agencies that have been in place for over hundreds of years, that have directly violated the constitutional rights that were supposed to have been upheld to protect Black citizens and minority citizens in America. This book hits different. And in this book, it talks about how if you are born into the bottom income bracket in America, they call it the lower quintile. If you are born in that bracket, the odds of you remaining in that bracket and not accumulating any more income than what your parents did is 53%. That's more than half. So basically, if you are born poor, your destiny has been predestined for you 53% of the time. That's a very sad reality. That's a very sad fact. And when you look at that, it makes sense why people don't believe you. You have to understand, regardless of what career field you're in, regardless of the fact that you're trying to do better, you started your business, right? You started this weight loss journey. You're trying to live a better life, holistically, mentally, emotionally, financially. You're trying to live a better life. That's why you tune in to Mogul Motivation. Despite all of that, there will be more people that don't believe that you can do it than there are people that believe you can do it. And I had to wrestle with this myself because I used to take it personal. I used to think, they don't believe in me. Fuck them. They don't believe in me. I ain't messing with them. I used to take it personal. But I had to sit down, reflect, do a lot of introspection, and process why they don't believe it. There are some people who are malicious. There are some people who don't like you, and that's not your problem. There are some people that's not going to believe in your goals or your dreams simply because of jealousy. That's true. But a vast majority of people would not believe in your dreams, would not believe in you, and would not believe you can do it, not because of jealousy or because of, they have an issue with you, but because 53% of the time, most of the time, when they look around themselves, they see the same old thing. They see despair. They see chaos. They see depression. They see poor. They see poverty. That's why they don't believe you, because this is the reality and the circumstances they were born into, as well as yourself. So when you say you're going to be a millionaire, when you say you're going to be a doctor, when you say you're going to be a lawyer, when you say you're going to be an educator, when you say you're going to be a politician, when you say you're going to lose weight and live a healthier lifestyle, they don't believe you because no one around them has done it. You're not the first one to try this. You're not the first one to go down this path. Everyone before you has done this and they all failed. That's why they don't believe you. Because their opinions, their emotions, their beliefs are based on the facts that they see. The facts is their parents didn't amount to anything. The fact is their aunts and uncles didn't amount to anything. The fact is their siblings didn't amount to anything. The fact is the people they went to high school didn't amount to anything. The fact is they haven't amounted to anything. It's a cycle of sadness, depression, frustration, anger. And the color of law talks about why this is. It talks about the circumstances that created this for so many people. Literally from 1866, right after slavery. And The Color of Law, like I said, isn't the only book. There are many books out there. The Have Has Never Been Told, Slavery by Another Name, The Color of Money, which talks about the racial wealth gap. There are many books out there that talks about this. This is why they don't believe you. This is why your goals are unbelievable to them, because of everything that they see. But this is the important part of it. They are not going to believe you until it's done. But it's not even about believing you. It's about believing the fact that it can be done. That's why it's so critical and so crucial for people like yourself who do believe it can be done to continue to go forward. You cannot quit because it's bigger than you at this point. Yes, you want to succeed for yourself. You want to succeed for your family and for your kids. Yes, but it's bigger than you. You have to accomplish this because others need to see it can be done. We have to prove that even though the stats say 53% of us will remain poor, if we're born into a poor family, we have to prove that we are not part of that 53%. We have to lower that percentage bit by bit. And the only way to do that is to be more successful. It's bigger than you. It's not just about you. It's about making the unbelievable believable. It's about making sure that others can see your success and see that you came from the bottom and see that you are in the top. It's about seeing. It's about erasing the facts that we're broke, the facts we're poor, the facts that it's no way in hell we can succeed. We have to erase those facts. We have to use our whiteout, erase them, and rewrite new facts, which is even though you were poor, you can still be successful. Even though you were born in the bottom 53%, you can still get to the top 1%. It's not about greed. It's not about wealth. It's about belief. It's about being an example. It's about showing that it can be done. And it's about reaching back and showing them the path that you went so they can have an easier path. It's all about paying it forward. That's why you are at a critical moment in your journey right now. It may suck that people don't believe in you. It may suck that they don't think you can succeed, but don't take it personal because of the circumstances they were surrounded with. You just have to continue to convince yourself that it can be done because it's the truth. You have to continue to tell yourself that it's believable. You have to continue to tell yourself that it's in arm's reach. It's obtainable. It's all about faith. No one believed that Nehemiah could rebuild the wall to Jerusalem, but he did it. No one believed that John H. Johnson could become what he became, but he did it. We have to make this more common, ladies and gentlemen. We have to make success more common. Poverty is common because of circumstances by racist policies of this country. They created that. That's why poverty is so common in black communities. It's not because black people are lazy, like I said earlier on this show. It's not because black people don't want to work. It's because of the laws and the agencies set in place to put us in the dirt. But we have to rise out of that, and we have to make something out of ourselves, regardless of what it is. Even if you're trying to lose weight, you have to show that it can be done. You have to show that it's believable. And once you do it, that's when they will believe that it can be done. You have to be an example. That's why you have been chosen to go down this route. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. It may seem unbelievable to most, but it's believable to the most important person, which is you. So do not quit. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.